tonight.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 12 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. And he wisely will throw that one away. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Play fake. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Cousins again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Vikings 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 21 carries, 119 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Saints at 11-3 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jordan Phillips able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape, because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
They go play action. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try to throw now. Cousins throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Chandler. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fields now to throw. Dancing to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Here's Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January. And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Cousins now. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off to the 43, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
On the ground, Benjamin. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. on 2nd and 9. Fields, man open, it's Goodwin.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
This is Benjamin.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
And he rifles one incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
Now Fields.
Over the middle, it's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Fields. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on third down. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Cousins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2 yards, good enough for a first. To throw is Fields. On the slant, complete to Michael Thomas. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Kamara off the draw.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Fields. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. On the run is Benjamin.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Slant pass complete to Olave.
Touchdown!
Chris Olave.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Fields.
Goodwin able to haul it in.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A busy night continues for Kamara. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Fields.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Fields.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So the lead extended, and I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
The Vikings head out to take over once again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins.
Complete, Jefferson the target.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Cousins.
This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins.
That one thrown away from the pocket, and the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing is Cousins.
Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
We are off to the fourth quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Trying the power game with Ham, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it.
And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South. But as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an opportunity to host to start the playoffs, that's a pretty good way to get things going. Whoever came out of this division, we knew that they were going to be playoff ready, and this team certainly is.
A give. This is Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third and a few inches.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on third and inches.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now Kamara. And he's got this down to the 35.
95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
P-Ride.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
On 2nd and goal.
Fields.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal.
Now it's Fields.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Cousins now from the 50.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll throw again. Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Second and 8.
To throw is Cousins.
This ball complete to Thielen going across the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Cousins to throw it.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Vikings are back within a score.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 2. A 10-play drive that time. And it's polished off by a Viking score. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Again, it's Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields now to throw.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Following the interception, Cousins going underneath. He's got Hawkinson.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Left side, Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Lutz is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down 20-19, a minute 15 remaining. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
All eyes on Fields. It's complete. Kamara. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Counting down to 30 seconds remaining.
Back to Kamara for another catch. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Fields throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now Fields.
There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro.
This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won. And fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for New Orleans, The wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, They want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 23-yard run. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
He's got Bellinger. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
The Niners at 10-2 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Lance looking to throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great...
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Micah Parsons drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Calling an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Lance now on 1st down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
And it's caught. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
They looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another 1st down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
It's Coleman here, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the 49ers have taken the lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They run the toss now with Gibson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Back-to-back running plays, putting him in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Here's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
On play action, Lance. Another pass complete to Bellinger.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11th. To throw, it's Lance.
On the screen, this is Coleman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A handoff, Coleman between the tackles. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Jamison Williams
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Reed.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Chandler Jones in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Prescott now from the 50.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Bain. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on 1st down. Bain. He finds his man. Complete. That's Schultz. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To throw is Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on 1st.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Buying time to his left. It's caught. Lockett.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So we reach halftime.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now a play fake. Lance. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Coleman will try up the middle. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. On 2nd and very short, Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He hits his target, Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott flushed out right.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time again where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I don't care what sport you're playing. everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Now they hand off to Coleman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down.
45 yards on the ground for him so far. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Micah Parsons getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Now Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Prescott. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 40-yard punt, giving 3 on the return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed
They did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the 49ers, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.
today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 6.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And off we go from Cleveland.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 15 carries, 62 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Herbert, he'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Cleveland offense ready to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Deep to throw here on first down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He'll look to throw. Brought in by Coates.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one caught by Coates. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle here to Coates.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 20 carries, 101 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a...
This is intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
He'll take this to the 46. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. Gets past one man. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down, here's Chubb again.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns had 10 and 5 to start play. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have the home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
2nd and 4, fighting to stay upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now back to throw. Touchdown, Browns. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw to the defense. They had no answer for that right there.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. Herbert back to the air. It finds his target, Royal. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now it's Herbert. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback
with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get a bit closer.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Wide receiver Keenan Allen bringing out the rest of this offense.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Second and 15. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option.
They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw. He's got it.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the give, this is Harris. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 6-yard return after a punt of 48.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Herbert now. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in week.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Able to slither by. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff, and even better execution.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Browns' drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, That'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Complete. It's Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run again with Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Jamie Gillen now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Chubb trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
This to make it a 3-score game late.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 21.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Brought in by Coates.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. This caught by Royal.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
To the air again, Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Here's 2nd and a yard.
From the 50, here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Herbert on first down now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 39, Herbert. He finds his man Johnson.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, Chubb. And room there to work it inside the 25.
77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Browns,
they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.